Okay, greetings everybody. My name is Jake Carbine. I'm the chair of the Religious Studies Department, and I focus on religious cultures of Asia, religion and society in Asia, from India to Japan. In terms of my research specialization, I focus on South and Southeast Asia. I also teach about Asia and the environment and religion and globalization, with attention to such questions as how did this world come to be the way that it is.
Hi, poets. I'm Professor Rosemary Carbine in the Department of Religious Studies here at Whittier College. I specialize in global Christianities, constructive Christian theologies, feminist, womanist, and Latinx Mujerista theologies, feminist and womanist studies in religion and race, gender, politics, social, and ecological justice. My areas of specialization translate into my teaching, and thus my courses are cross-listed with and serve interdisciplinary programs here at Whittier, such as Africana and Black Studies, Environmental Studies, Global and Cultural Studies, Gender Studies, and Latinx Studies.
Hi, I'm Professor Afana Hashmi in the Department of Religious Studies at Whittier College. I'd like to introduce myself and give you a chance to learn more about religious studies. So my specialization is in Middle Eastern and Islamic studies, and I teach a combination of courses at Whittier in general comparative religion, such as religious diversity in America, as well as classes focused on Islam and the Middle East.
In terms of the major, it's 36 units divided into three basic areas. One is sort of an introductory course area. The second is an area where we have three divisions within the curriculum, where we ask students to sort of look at courses within a different context. Global religions might be like a focus on Buddhism or Christianity or Islam or Hinduism or Judaism as a single kind of focus. Other courses, comparisons and contrasts, where we look at religion and something like religion in the body. So we look at a theme, pilgrimage or new religious movements. We'd look at a theme across several different religious traditions. And in the cultural critique area, this is where we get into sort of socio-political issues and other matters related to things like religion and the environment, or gender and sexuality in religious traditions, or religion and globalization. We do all of this as a way to sort of engage sort of a method and theory course, but really sort of to move a student to a point where they are developing their own research project. And not only that, but their own sort of intellectual biography. You know, what are they doing at the level of sort of becoming teacher scholars in and of themselves? And then how are they understanding themselves in the process of doing that? So that's sort of the direction. It's meant to be sort of, in some ways, sort of semi-structured, but really open-ended in terms of allowing a student to explore and go into those areas that they really like to look at on their own.
Graduating seniors in religious studies undertake a research project and compile a memoir and portfolio of their work in the major, which include a variety of projects that they complete during courses, as well as during their senior capstone project. Recent student research projects completed for the major include projects that focused on indigenous religions and religious syncretism in Indonesia, interfaith dialogue in Pasadena, holistic care, healthcare studies combining religious studies and kinesiology, as well as digital media activism, social media, religion, politics, and cultural relations in India and Pakistan. Our students also successfully apply for and win undergraduate research fellowships offered by Whittier College under the guidance of a faculty mentor in the Religious Studies Department. Evie Colon completed a student research project funded by an undergraduate fellowship, the Alianza de los Amigos Martin Ortiz Fellowship. And this fellowship not only enabled her to conduct undergraduate research about religion, incarceration, LGBTQ identity, and women's transition out of prison, but also influenced and shaped her future career as a social worker. She double majored in religious studies and social work at the college. Religious studies stands out as a fascinating and compelling major at Whittier College because it intersects with and interfaces with many interdisciplinary fields, such as history, politics, culture, literature and the arts, gender, race and ethnicity, environmental studies, including natural and social science fields.
The major or the minor there's a lot of things that it can add to your education. But what stands out to me, especially as someone who was a religious studies major as an undergraduate, is that it can really help you navigate the differences of the world. Religion is a great source of diversity in the world. And by studying religious studies, I went down a lot of different paths that I didn't expect to. I spent about 10 years in a region of the world, the Middle East and North Africa, that was completely new to me. I ate amazing food. I met incredibly generous people. I saw the most amazing historical sites. And I learned about brand new cultures. I'm still learning. And so I think the coolest thing about religious studies is it can help you appreciate the differences of the world and better navigate them. So it can improve your intercultural competency, and it can add a lot of value to your own life. Because once you appreciate the differences in other people, you also begin to get a deeper sense of who you are.
In terms of something cool about the study of religion is that sometimes you might get to go to places like these. This is a huge cave with these big vaulted walls covered with these relief images of religiously significant figures, in this particular case of the life and times associated with the Buddha's past, present, and future. So we get to understand something of these places in their cultural location and the context in which they function for those who built them and used them.
Our former students have gone on to pursue international language education, graduate studies overseas where they design their own research projects and conduct field research. We've also had students who have stayed back in the US and pursued graduate studies in religious studies at the MA and PhD level. Other students have gone into ministry, coaching, education, teaching. They've opened their own businesses, and still other students have gone on to law school. We've had students who've done NGO work, non-governmental organization work, or nonprofit work, such as international humanitarian relief work.
So come major or minor with us and explore multiple intersections and multiple disciplines about multiple ways of knowing and understanding the world.